So we've just launched one of the best introduction courses on the market. So across 6.5 hours, 8 modules, 20 lessons, you'll be able to learn everything that you need to know to start making tunes, from how to create drums in different styles, how to arrange and mix down tunes, and how to create synths, bass lines, basically everything you need to get started. You don't need any prior music theory or music production knowledge. All you need is the course and a free trial of Ableton, which is available for 90 days on the Ableton website. Hello and welcome to the first proper lesson where we're going to be just diving in and having a look at the layout of Ableton. So Ableton is a piece of music software. More specifically, you might hear it called a DAW or a DAW. There's lots of different ones. There's Fruity Loops, there's Logic. Ableton is one. But I think personally, I've been using Ableton for about 10 years now. I think it's one of the most usable and easy to learn out there. And throughout the next 8 modules, I'm hopefully going to show you why that is. The next step that we'll need to understand is the difference between a MIDI track and an audio track. So basically, if we're wanting an instrument or a VST or something that we're going to play or send notes to, then we need to be using a MIDI channel. If we're adding a loop, a sample, another track, or anything that's in audio that's a recording, we need to use an audio channel. So I'm just going to delete all of these channels for now. It doesn't let you delete them all. But let's say we've got a MIDI channel. Go into instruments, and then we can go into something like analog. In there, we've got these presets. So we can just choose one of these presets. We could choose like a square pure bass, for example. We then drag it onto this channel, or we double click, and it'll add it to the MIDI channel. So now this MIDI channel is a bass. So if this is turned on, I can then hit my keyboard. So now we've grasped a basic understanding of how to build drums in Ableton using the drum rack. Over the next 3 lessons, we're going to be making 3 different simple drum loops in different styles, out of time or out of swing with the loop that we've got. So I'm going to select all. I'm going to click here to go to the groove port. I'm going to scroll down and let's just try. You can also just preview them in here. So that's not quite swung enough. So if we just solo this and then play the 63, I like this one. It's like getting things in time. We're using the swing instead. So I'm going to pitch the crash up, shorten it. So that's just basic drum programming for a house beat, how we can get a loop in there, how we can tighten it up, how we can add swing to it, how we can use different drum elements such as rides and crashes. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at just something that's super important, and that is using effects, what the effects do, and where to use them. And then we'll automate the feedback to increase. And what we'll also do is we'll automate this time to increase as well at different points. Let's hear how this sounds then as a whole track. So get creative with it. But yeah, phaser and flange is a really good thing to use. Right, so this is the loop that we made earlier on in the course, and let's just have a listen to where it's at. The final stage of getting a track ready to be played out is doing a mix down, and
Again, this is a process that takes quite some time, but I'm going to show you some of the things that I would do during the mixdown and the DJ master stage to get it ready to be played out. So what it's done is it's added an EQ on, so it thinks we need to boost some of the lows and take out some of the highs, which was right. I did say it was quite a bright track.